You know, if I woke up to see somebody blocking me in on my driveway and it's not my own vehicle, I gotta say, if I'm gonna have to make you be a friend in the morning, you're gonna make a friend also in the morning, known as the tow truck man. I don't know if it's been kind of obvious lately, but if I see something that inconveniences me first thing in the morning, I'm choosing violence for the rest of the day. I can't be the only one who does that. And look, really, the only reason I'm saying tow truck man is because it's illegal to monster truck myself over you. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video for the day. We're going back into r/iamatotalPOS because I swear it's either Yellowstone or a meteor. Something's gotta reset life. If you guys would like to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, maybe recommend a video game you want to see in the background, because I'm always up for playing new stuffs, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. Oakley dokley, there you go. Freed Serial R essays an 82-year-old, I don't know if I can say that, hollow blank survivor. Israeli police says this person previously A 14 women and was released from prison 6 months ago after serving 8.5 years for R of a 70-year-old victim. On top of me never really understanding anybody have the thought process of like, oh yeah, I served multiple years, almost a decade in prison, the second I get out I'm gonna do more crime. Why this? If this dude doesn't go back to prison for life, I will be absolutely dumbfounded. What also confuses me is that after what the description says was 15 instances of this stuff, how did he only get 8.5 years? Some things about the judicial system in a lot of different places just has me asking so many questions, and I'm nowhere near getting any answers. Yoga is connection with everything around us. Yeah, everything. Huh. They really need to make it so that you can't use your phone in a lot of different places, because do not use these type of memorials for internet points. Don't use it for clout. This is not a good memorial. Please do not be using it as a selfie background. I am not a trash can. I am not an ashtray. Throw your butts in the proper bin and enjoy your day. Let's keep PTI clean. Ah, but don't you know not everybody who can read a pack of cigarettes knows how to read the rest of the words that exist. I honestly did not know that up until this point reading was that difficult. I'm putting that right up back with putting carts back where you got them from. Apparently that's just some common things that are really hard to do, apparently. God forbid people that are these big brained have driver's licenses. I don't want to be behind them anywhere whatsoever because I feel like they won't understand what a stop sign means. Girl 6 years old punched in chest and robbed of a $30 scooter in Brooklyn. 3 teens saw it. The police are searching for 3 teens after a 6-year-old girl was punched in the chest during a robbery on a Brooklyn street last week, authorities said. You know, whenever I see stuff like this, first off, I question why anybody would ever stoop that low to rob a 6-year-old. Secondly, I'm more so wondering how the kid's parents would react to all of this. Like, I'm very much hoping that there's some kind of justice that comes to this, because, like, seriously, you robbed a 6-year-old? How low can you get? And honestly, that's one of those questions that I never thought could be answered. My oldest son turns 18 in September. My ex-husband has believed him to be his biological son from the day I found out I was pregnant. He never questioned it. However, I know it is likely that he is not my son's father. I was having an affair with a friend of my ex-husband's for about 6 months before I found out I was pregnant. I ended the affair when I found out, as I wanted to give my son a stable family. I remained faithful until our divorce in 2018. My ex-husband and I are on speaking terms. We just fell out of love. Last night, he told me his friend has cancer. I had never considered telling my ex-husband or son that he may have a different father. Now, I think I may need to tell him, so he is aware of the family's medical history. Here are my questions. Should I wait until my son is 18 to continue receiving the child support from my ex-husband? I receive $2,700 per month. Will I be made to pay back 4 years of child support if my son is not my ex-husband's child? Remained faithful until the divorce in 2018. Yeah, okay. Starting now, I'm going to be faithful. Anything before that does not count. Don't log it, okay? 2,700 times 48 being the 4 years. Let me do some quick maths. That is almost $130,000 in child support. Oh, boo-hoo, you might not be able to get your $2,700 a month because you're lying to your ex-husband. I really do hope that somebody sends that dude this screenshot and you get taken to court, because you do not need to be getting almost $3,000 a month.
Everton fan showing up to get his seat before the game, picks his nose. What does he do? wipes it.
I want to know where this dude got his audacity, because I think he needs to return it. He got no business wiping a booger on a kid's head. And I'm fairly certain there wasn't a thought process to any of this, because, like, you have all of the clothes on your body, but no, for some reason that wasn't suitable. Nope, okay. Here's a random kid's head just wiping.
I robbed my own grandma, and I took her insurance money, a house, and tax money. I am a POS.
And I don't know how smart of a criminal you gotta be, but for anybody who can just be found by when an APB is put out for their tattoos that are right on their face, I never really think that there was much thought put into doing that crime in the first place. Also, I can pretty much guarantee you're shooting from the front, because if they shot you from the side, all they'd have to do is look for the person whose chin and nose stick out to the same length. Honestly, dude, I can guarantee you're one of those dudes whose skull looks like they use it for rendering whiskey bottles. Ah, yes, but you know, keep on flexing that you robbed your own grandma. That'll make you look like a real big man in prison. Tiny kitten, $150. Hello, I have a kitten, weeks old. Mom was not found. I have spent too much time and money, and I'm leaving soon, so need to sell it. Yes, the price is firm. Thank you. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that since you're saying that the mom was not found, that you just found a random baby kitten. And I think myself, my coworkers, and pretty much everybody who works in the pet store business can basically tell customers, and I've legit lost count of how many times I've told people this, do not pick up random animals thinking that you could then make them a general house pet. No joke, I have legit lost count of how many times people have come in with a random turtle, random bird, or just random, I don't even know. I think somebody brought in a possum one time, and they've said, hey, what do I need to take care of this animal? I found it on the ground in the park and everything. You should put it back. Like, legit, the best thing you could do for that animal is put the animal back where it found. I know most wild cats actually will keep their babies not with them when they go out to get food. They actually leave them in some kind of little burrow or nest or something. I'm not sure. My knowledge of wild cats is very thin. Oh yeah, you know, a good old neighborhood library is apparently now a canvas for some dum-dum. And I've honestly never really understood anybody's motive to think, oh hey, yeah, I'm absolutely bored. I got a can of spray paint. Oh look, something that is already a piece of art. Just let me get, you know, I could just establish dominance by putting my stuffs on it. This has got to be either a child or someone with the brain of a child, because this just seems immature. And I got the same thoughts going through my head whenever I leave the shopping center I go to the gym at it with, because like for some reason somebody thought it was hilarious and they were absolutely the coolest person on the planet to spray paint a bunch of dongs on the brick wall. I never understood any humor behind any of that. A former teacher sentenced to 4 years in prison for offenses against a student will make a pitch for bail today while he appeals the verdicts. 39-year-old perpetrator is found guilty of SA and S interference against the girl when she was 16, and he was her teacher and sport coach at this place. Blank was convicted in February of the offenses that occurred between 2014 and 2016, but he has appealed the verdicts, claiming the trial judge favored the victim's evidence over his, to the point that it was unreasonable, uneven, and unfair. Court heard that this person and the girl had about 100 encounters, either at school, blank, home, and in his car. Passenger on my flight, my doctor friend said it looks like monkeypox and that I should inform someone to have the seats cleaned. Just wanted to get you guys' opinion, or should I just let it go? I looked in the caption, and a lot of people were saying it was chigger bites from a berry bug, which I've also looked up are not contagious, although they are rather painful, and I would very much not love to have any of that. I already have enough of a problem having bug bites whenever it gets hot out, so I would hate to have about like 70 of them on my legs. Plus also, if it was something along the lines of a pox, like chicken pox, monkeypox, something like that, wouldn't those marks be over the entirety of the person, not just their legs? Ah yes, you know, the old classic of the whole iamatotalPOS playlist is the lovely I'm defacing property because I have absolutely nothing else to do with my life. Like I've stated before, I'm fairly certain that if parents could see ahead into the future to see their kid doing this, thinking it was a source of entertainment for them, I am fairly certain a lot more people would have wrapped it up. Doesn't mean you have to do it alone. It's okay to ask for help. Hashtag 22 a day, which unfortunately the 22 is the number of veterans who on average off themselves. It can be caused by many things, such as experience from front lines, PTSD, anxiety, of all the stuff like that. But this guy is very much not the POS in this.
Did Jesus ask for help embracing his suck?
Yeah, it doesn't take a genius to figure out where the a-hole is in all of this. And I honestly never understood how people grew up with the phrase, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. And then the second they didn't become kids anymore who had parents to tell them that, they just completely forgot about it, and now we have stuff like this. And just just another wonderful example of a type of human being who will be an absolute dong to everybody they have to deal with, because apparently shopping around means it's a hassle for them having to deal with the people that work there, and will go to church on Sunday, and that will be his moral reset button, thinking, okay, now on Monday I can go back to being an absolute dong. Youth baseball coach is removed from game after a rough encounter with the opposing players after a loss. Coach Dingbat's poor sportsmanship was caught on camera after his 9-and-under Scorpions baseball team lost to Prospects baseball on Saturday. In Houston, a sergeant with the Harris County Precinct 5 Constable's Office was removed as a youth baseball coach due to his actions after a game in West Houston last weekend. You know, the more I see stuff like this, the more I think that after a certain age, you should not be allowed to go to Little League games, especially if you have this type of behavior when it comes to sporting events, because you're there to support your kid who's having fun playing the game, not get into a fight with other parents and everything, or let alone the coach. What did he do? Deck a kid just because his team lost? If you're gonna act like this way at a sporting event, just stay home, save everybody the trouble, and don't go to any of the events. And I know for anybody trying to stop people from coming to events, it's like, but I'm here to support my child. Yes, you're supposed to be here to support your child, not berate other people and actually get immature with it all. Like, look, if you want to pop open a lawn chair and relax and watch your kid's game, cool, that's fine. If you want to open up some crappy canned beer, that's fine also, just don't overdo that. But if you have a problem with your kid losing and you get angry about that and the whole sore loser side of you comes out in full force, yeah, you don't got no business coming to any future games, let alone you being the coach of the team. But with that, that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.